in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well-known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Welcome in, everybody. Chris Kidd and Bob Boland with you as we are underway with the starting lineup announcements. Let's listen in to Beckley being introduced. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Armory in Beckley, West Virginia. Chris Kidd and Bob Boland here with you as the #1 undefeated Cabell Midland Knights at 11-0, taking on the 7-4 #9 ranked Beckley Flying Eagles. And Bob, this is the Cabell Midland team almost fell to Huntington the other night. Took a last-second shot by Dominic Schmidt to keep them undefeated. Can Beckley pull the upset and finally end this undefeated streak for the Knights?
Well, Beckley definitely can pull the upset. Now, Cabell Midland's played great all season, but Beckley's played great the last 5 or 6 games. Both teams are really good teams. It's a great matchup here in the Armory tonight.
Well, you mentioned it. Beckley started 1-3, but they've won 6 of their last 7, including 5 in a row since their 77-65 loss to Shady Spring, and then lost close games to University by 6 and Spring Valley by 3. They've had big wins over Logan by 8, Greater Beckley Christian by 14, GW by a score of 84-80, and then beat St. Albans Tuesday night 73-61, while Cabell Midland has won 7 of their 11 games by double digits, and then won 2 games by 8, another by 9, and their closest was that game to Huntington the other night. As we are underway here from the Armory with Cabell Midland in possession. Chandler Smith fadeaway 3 rattles in and out, no good, taken away by the Flying Eagles as a crash foul right into us to get things started, Bob, as we're in on the action just 15 seconds in.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, in that Cabell Midland's last win, Dominic Schmidt had 7 3-pointers and hit the game winner with 0.4 seconds left.
And he's just a freshman too, Bob. Again, you got the brothers on this team, Chandler and Dominic, and their mother is an assistant coach, Christina Schmidt. She was an assistant coach and a former college player and college athlete out of Indiana.
Yeah, well, both of them, her and her husband, played for Purdue Calumet. Hey, pretty good, Chris. You know I know NAIA. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're all over that.
Purdue Calumet, as they called, an illegal pick coming up the lane against Woodrow. Yeah, both of them played. Dad's a big fella. Mom, point guard, athletic background, 2 really good young players.
I should say she coached at Indiana too, and J.J. Martin in his first year here at the helm. He played at Huntington High School and played college at Marietta, took over after Rick Chafin, took them to the state tournament last year where they ended up falling after a 19-8 year, beat GW in the quarterfinals, then lost to University in the semis. So out front, still no score, a minute deep. Floater on the way from the left side and count it for the Flying Eagles. They get on the board as Richard Law, the 6-foot senior, scores first.
Richard Law has the 3-point game. He also has the mid-range game. Nice floater off the left foot.
And he had 30 points against St. Albans the other night and hit 6 threes in that game. So him and Dominic Schmidt may have an outside party here tonight. As Chandler Schmidt on the baseline, and now a charge called underneath, and that will go against Palmer Riggio, his first foul.
As we look at the replay of Law, nice little runner on the baseline, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Again, Richard Law, one of those returning starters this year. And overall, Bob, Beckley has dominated this series. They're 12-1 all time versus Cabell Midland. They've won 11 in a row in this series. The last win for Cabell Midland was January 12th, 2007, winning 54-50. But Beckley won the most recent meeting, January 17th, 2019, 62-55. Now Cabell Midland yet to score here in this contest as Chandler Schmidt up top gets a screen from KK Seipelt as he drives baseline, pull-up jumper off for Schmidt. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Knights.
That was Palmer Riggio that picked up his second foul there. And Cabell Midland rarely goes more than 6 deep. Nice cut.
Tough shot, rims off, no good as foul called against Beckley as Corey Sweeney will go to the free throw line in for the game for Riggio now.
Nice little secondary play after the inbounds. The shuffle cut right off the low post. Good move by Cabell Midland.
His first free throw up and good.
And here it is, right there it is. There's the shuffle cut. Beckley a little late switching and picked up the foul.
Sweeney makes 1 of 2 as the big man Sean Markham for Cabell Midland almost got the offensive board, but here comes Beckley with a 2-1 lead as Dwayne Richardson out front with it. Over to his right.
And Cabell Midland showing for the first time, I think, a little 3-2 zone action. They're kind of matched up right now. Yes, it is a 3-2 zone.
Bing Gillum back over off the hands of Richardson, but he recovers, and now we're going to get a push against the Knights. That's 3 team fouls already, Bob.
Yeah, look for Beckley against this 3-2 zone to put Ince and Law in the corners and try to attack that 3-2 zone with those corner jump shots.
You get that foul on Sweeney. That'll be his first as they go down low.
Nice pass.
Excellent look over there. A couple of up fakes, but may get a travel here, and they will.
Great post-to-post pass by Ben Gillum. All right, Beckley showing full court pressure here. Kind of a token man. We're just going back.
We'll see how this young Cabell Midland team handles it. I mean, Bob, they lost 6 seniors and 4 of their 5 starters last year. Absolutely incredible that they're in the position they are. It's a great drive there by Seibert. He tips up his miss and puts it in.
Yeah, KK Seibert, quick leaper as Cabell Midland comes back. They're still in that. A good skip pass.
3 on the way. Buried Richard Law.
A great way to attack that 3-2 zone, get it into the high post. He immediately turned and looked at the skip pass for Law. Great setup play by Coach Ron Kidd with Woodrow.
Driving to the top of the key. Dominic Schmidt. Oh, good look for Markham, and he finishes.
Great pass by Dominic Schmidt.
Yeah, he had 2 the other night against Huntington, gets his first 2 here, and he's a big presence on the inside at 6'8".
Yeah, nice roll by Markham.
There's a 3, and Beckley attacking from the outside as Maddox McMillan, who had 13 against St. Albans, gets his first bucket, and it's an 8-5 Flying Eagles lead.
Oh, Maddox McMillan. Beckley has some kids that can shoot the ball, and they're very hard to defend with the zone.
Schmidt, tough fadeaway 3 as he hit the deck, no good. An opportunity here, Law, 2-on-1 with Chandler Schmidt, drives in, gets the layup to go as Chandler Schmidt bails out at the last moment.
Richard Law, great court awareness, nice scoop. Beckley takes a 5-point lead. Beckley in their traditional man-to-man they'll front the low post and look for a lot of backside help.
We are under halfway through this first quarter, and Beckley out to a 10-5 lead, trying to give Cabell Midland their first loss of the season. Out front, Sweeney. Now to Seipert. As he gives it over to Dominic Schmidt. Down low now to Markham. Going to try and go to work with that size advantage. Swings it out, 3 on the way for Sweeney. No good off the back iron, but there's another offensive rebound by KK Seipert.
Seifert's very quick on those offensive boards.
He's got a good handle there as he gets it out to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt gets to the left elbow, pull-up jumper off the back iron, and going to get a foul on Markham going over the back.
Easy call for the refs. Markham got to let that one go after Beckley had the rebound. Beckley up 5. If Cabell Midland stays in that 3-2, looks like they're going back to their man-to-man. Beckley shot it really well against that 3-2 zone.
That's one way to shoot it out of, or shoot teams out of a zone, is immediately knock down a couple of threes. As they get it over to Law, he'll jack one up man-to-man off the back iron and rebounded by Markham. Here comes a chance for Seipert, but Beckley able to get back on defense. Trailing by 5 are the Knights as Seipert kicks it out. Good look for Chandler Schmidt. No good again. Rebound comes out the Law. Here he comes up the right side, cut off by Chandler Schmidt. Now out, transition 3, no good off the back iron that time. Good look by Ince, but couldn't hit. Here comes Sweeney into the left corner for Schmidt. Drives in, dumps it off underneath Seibert. Turnaround shot, can't get it to bank in, and rebounded by the Eagles. Here comes Beckley with a 5-point lead, driving in, kicks it into the corner for Ince. He'll take it in on the baseline, gets it up and in. Good drive by Ince, who had 16 the other night. And a timeout by J.J. Martin.
Aiden Ince exploding to the basket, using his quickness. Great finish above the rim.
And right now, Cabell Midland really struggling from the field. A 30-second timeout here, so we'll keep things right here. But again, with the struggling shooting here early on, Beckley's been able to take advantage of that, getting up and down the floor, getting some good looks from the outside, creating that by penetrating to the inside. And right now they're able to get by their defenders and collapse the defense very well.
Oh, they are. And then they had great inside-out action against the 3-2 zone to set up some step-in threes. And that's the kind of threes you're looking for, where you're catching the ball, going towards the basket. You know, kids will shoot 15% higher on a step-in 3 than on a double pick going away from the basket. So that's the kind of threes they're looking for. And don't let Beckley's 7-4 record fool you. Yeah. University lost, Morgantown lost, Shady Spring lost, and they did have a bad loss to Spring Valley. But, yeah, Beckley's been in there with the best. You know, you can't let that 7-4 record fool you at all with these Flying Eagles.
Like we said, they're playing their best ball right now, winning 6 of their last 7 and 5 in a row. As Schmidt short on the turnaround, gets his own rebound back, puts it back up, and he gets his first bucket of the game.
Great awareness by Chandler Schmidt. Good hustle on the offensive boards.
And he's the only returning starter from last year. He averaged 18 points per game a season ago as he picks up the foul. And Bob, there were 4 of these guys that played football for Cabell Midland who made it to the state finals against Martinsburg. It was Chandler Schmidt who played football. Then you had Palmer Riggio. You had several others as well, and they had to acclimate very quickly to the basketball season. J.J. Martin had to ask Russell, their first opponent, if they would give them 5 extra days so that their players could get all their practices in. As a foul driving in, as Ince able to get by his defender again and draws the contact, and another foul against Cabell Midland here in the first quarter.
Ince with a great shot fake, put it on the floor. You know, quickness-wise, I mean, Beckley's every bit as quick as Cabell Midland. Athletic-wise, Beckley's just as good. Cabell Midland has those 2 terrific three-point shooters in the Schmidt brothers. And, you know, Beckley matches that with Richard Law, good shooter. And Aiden Ince and Maddox McMillan are very capable to step behind that line and knock it down.
He'll hit both free throws. He's got 4 for the game, and Beckley up by a touchdown right now at 14-7 with 1:40 to go in the quarter. And probably more importantly, Bob, that's 16 fouls against Cabell Midland already. So Beckley's going to be in the penalty the rest of the first half. And as you mentioned, Cabell Midland doesn't go very deep off their bench. Now Schmidt gets free, jacks up a 3 and sinks it from the right side.
Yeah, for a sophomore shooting that jump shot with elevation. I watched him in the state tournament as a freshman last year. Really mature kid, good basketball player.
Closes the gap down to 4. Now Beckley tries to pound it on the interior. Tough turnaround. Reverse dunk off the tip and put back up and in by Ben Gilliam.
Big Ben crashing the offensive boards with the throwdown.
That's his first bucket of the game. He had 10 the other night in the win over St. Albans. St. Albans been a pressing team at the early start of this season as well. But 16-10 Flying Eagles, and there's a travel on the inside as the Knights will turn it over as Sweeney took extra steps.
There's Big Ben outside. Watch him crash the boards, never give up. Boom! Slamming home, young fella.
As long as he doesn't break the backboard like we saw last night in a high school game.
Hey, you're at the Beckley Armory. They've seen broken backboards.
Yeah.
There's another one back there in the back. They'll wheel that thing out here and get ready to play.
Yeah, as long as we got back up, we're good to go.
When I was coaching Mountain State, we had a young man bust one, but there was only 7 seconds left in the game, so we were okay there.
So you let it go.
Yeah.
And we'll play on this in for the last 7, guys. As we're down to 20 seconds left here in the first quarter as Law looks like Beckley's going to try and run this down. They also get the ball to start the second quarter, barring a tie up here. Down to 10 seconds. Out comes Dominic Schmidt on Law. Now he'll go to work. Steps in. Nice hands by Schmidt, but Law gets it back. Misses on the 3. Rebound put back up. Missing at the horn is Gilliam, and that will end the first quarter of play as Beckley controls the pace and controls the action. They lead at 16-10 over the undefeated number 1 ranked Cabell Midland Knights. We'll be back after this as you are watching Woodrow Wilson and Cabell Midland with us right here live on Video Productions.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
Start of quarter number 2 here from the Armory in Beckley, West Virginia. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolam with you. And Bob, Beckley taking a 6-point lead at the end of the first. What did they do that was so successful in the first 8 minutes?
Well, when Cabell Midland went to the zone, Beckley got some inside-out action, hit some threes, and then Beckley has been very good at not turning it over in the first quarter till just now. Very, very few turnovers by the Flying Eagles. And that gives them a 16-10 lead. But with those Schmidt brothers, the way they can fill it up quickly, 6 points is not a huge lead.
They got that foul on Aiden Ince, and that'll be number 2 on him. So he'll check out possibly for the rest of the half. Coming in is Bryant Jones, a 5'9" senior. So he'll get his first action of the night. So.
And that moves everybody down a position, so they have to guard bigger. And that does not help Beckley as Cabell Midland immediately takes advantage of the size difference with KK Seibert getting an easy bucket.
That was a great spin move getting to the baseline and an easy bucket there for the Knights as they inch back closer within 4 now. Trail by as much as 7 in the first quarter. It's up top, Richardson trying to shake free, hits the deck, but able to shovel it off underneath as Gilliam backs in on Markham, puts up a tough shot over the big man, and rims off and rebounded by Seibert. So here comes Cabell Midland trying to cut this to a 1-possession lead. As Dominic Schmidt kicks it out to his brother Chandler Schmidt. He'll drive right baseline, puts up the floater, can't go. Seibert short on the putback, gets the rebound though, and pulls it back out on the left side. Top of the key now for Dominic Schmidt. And he had 24 points and 6 threes the other night in that win, or 7 threes, you said, Bob. Misses on that one, and rebound comes out long for Beckley as McMillan up ahead to Richardson and contacting a foul against Seibert, and that's going to put Beckley in the 1-and-1 now with 6:38 left in the half.
Dominic Schmidt trying to get that foul on the 3-point. These veteran officials there don't think they're going to bite on that. May have been a little contact down low on the feet, but if you kick that foot out, that's not a foul.
The old Reggie Miller play right there.
Yeah. I had a player at Mount State that was so good at kicking that foot out, and we would get a majority of those calls. And when you come in here to shoot, as shooters, there's not a background in here.
Yeah.
And probably all of Cabell Midland's games this season have been played with a background. And it's a little different.
I was going to say, it is more of a spacious atmosphere here in the Armory, so it's almost like playing in those big dome stadiums in the NCAA tournament almost. It kind of throws off your equilibrium a little bit.
I mean, usually great pass and throw it down for Sean Markham. And that was the freshman, Dominic Schmidt, seeing the floor. Wow, big-time pass.
And such good court vision for a freshman as the Cabell Midland now trims the lead to 3. Approaching 6 minutes to go in the first half. Law going to work, pull-up jumper, block, but caught the elbow on the way down, and that'll send Law to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, that Schmidt boy and those Chapman boys are shady. They're not freshmen. They've been playing AAU against me. I mean, they really don't look like freshmen.
No.
You know, the way they carry themselves on the court. If you walked in this gym, there's no way you would pick number 13, Dominic Schmidt, out to be the freshman on the court. No chance.
I agree. I mean, it's very difficult with his court savvy to be able to predict that. And they put the foul up for Riggio, and that'd be number 3. I don't know if he was off the bench or not there, but if so, he quickly went right back to it.
I don't think. I think the scorekeeper, the clock keeper, I believe, got that one wrong. I say the bookkeeper has it properly in the books.
Okay, so hopefully that'll be amended soon, because I was going to say I don't recall Riggio getting back up off the bench. There's Chandler Schmidt.
Good pass.
Yeah, he was caught and found Markham, but he's rejected by Gilliam. Here he comes in transition, 2-on-2. Gives it over to Law. He'll step back, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Markham rips it away for the Knights. Now here comes Dominic Schmidt up the right side. Underneath. Wow, another good pass as Seipert able to snag it. Didn't have an opening. Now ball fakes, kicks out. Chandler Schmidt, 3 on the way from the corner, no good. Rebound tipped up, and Law takes it away for the Flying Eagles. He'll get it up ahead for Richardson. Beckley trying to attack here. Richardson, nice 2-step, but can't finish at the rim, and Seipert takes the rebound back.
Richardson attacking the glass, trying to flatten the defense out. There's that step back. Step back's a hard shot.
And he just didn't have enough balance that time to get a good angle on it. We get a whistle and a tie-up, so it'll go back over to Cabell Midland, and Riggio will check back into the game now, as going to the bench will be Markham. It is 19-14 in favor of Cabell Midland with 5:05 left in the first half. Seibert looks to trigger it in, looking for help. Able to find a man in the corner this time.
Oh, good quick first step.
And Riggio able to finish at the rim.
Riggio, good quick shot fake, first step. You can't leave him open.
Wow.
The defensive breakdown by Cabell Midland, finding their man. Beckley pushing the ball up the court. K.J. Jones takes advantage of it. Easy step in 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, J.J. Martin was not happy with that. That was almost as open as you'd be in the gym all by yourself.
Oh, and that was after a made basket. Beckley's always been known to getting that ball out of the net quick.
22-16. Schmidt drives, throws it off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Law. Law gives it back to Bryant. Back to Law. Stripped from behind by Chandler Schmidt, though. Heads up defensive play by the sophomore. As he gets up, that ball slipped out of his hands. Now a chance for Beckley. Richardson over to Gilliam, and he'll finish.
Dwayne Richardson seeing the floor. Ben Gilliam running the floor. Great pass. Easy bucket for Ben. That's a lot of B's in there.
Sally sells she-shells by the seashore. We're under halfway through the second quarter. Ron Kidd imploring his defense now. The longtime Beckley coach. Riggio straight on 3, no good. Another chance here as Gilliam leaks out. Up ahead he goes. Slam dunk for Gilliam. And now he's got 6 points, and the lead has swelled to 10. And J.J. Martin has seen enough. He wants a timeout here with 3:39 left in the first half. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here. And right now, Bob, Beckley getting out big time in transition, creating easy opportunities here in the second quarter.
Big Ben challenged the three-point shot and kept going. And let's look, he challenged it, kept going. His teammate got the rebound, found him down the court for the easy slam dunk.
Take a look at
it. It is. Big Ben challenged the shot, saw his teammate had the rebound, took off down the floor, and sends his second slam of the game. 2 hands, 2 feet, make sure it goes down.
Yeah, I said I've still got enough ups to like touch the bottom of the net at this point. And just Ben with the biggest of ease able to throw that in. And now Cabell Midland, they've really got to focus on getting back on defense or not crashing the boards as much because Beckley just leaking out on almost every occasion. Now they spring a full court press on them out of the timeout.
Yeah, good job, Ron Kidd, changing up defenses on the timeout. He's got a quick first step.
Riggio caught in midair, can't get it to go. Seifert had it knocked away from him, now loose. Gillen able to come up with an underneath and shovels it over for the Eagles as McMillan gives it to Richardson across the timeline. A chance to build on this 10-point lead. Cross-court pass for Law. Law looks underneath, goes to Gillen at the right elbow, fights his way in, pass deflected by Riggio, but back out front as Law controls it. Into the corner, good ball movement, 3 on the way, in and out, no good. It's a good look for McMillan, and a foul underneath will go against Jones.
That's only Beckley's 4th team foul. Jones hustling for the loose ball. Beckley looks good right now. I mean, you forget they're playing the #1 team in the state, up 10, playing with a lot of confidence. There was another inside-out 3. Into Ben, Maddox McMillan gets the step-in 3 just off the mark.
And both these teams averaging high point totals, 68 a game for Cabell Midland, 69 for Beckley. But Cabell Midland's defense has been strong, only allowing 54 points per game. Beckley at 64 points per game. But right now it's Beckley's defense that's been a big difference in this.
Oh, did you see that pass?
What a look by Dominic Schmidt.
Oh, boy, looked around, faked it. Nice pass by the young fella.
Oh, equally on the other end from Jones, but can't finish at the rim, and a loose ball foul against the Knights.
Well, I tell you, they need to get Dominic Schmidt to the free throw line or get him something easy. You know, all the threes he's attempting. There he goes, off the ball here. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. But, you know, a scorer coming off a 7-3 performance and he's took some hard threes. They need to get him something easy to see that ball go through the hole, and then a shooter can get. There he is on the wing. Oh, he's got quickness.
What a move by Riggio that time.
Palmer Riggio has all kinds of quickness. Was he one of the football players?
I believe, yes, he was.
I mean, you can see it. Oh, man.
And said that kid's got more muscle mass in his left arm than I've got my entire body.
I'll tell you what, he's got a quick first step, finishes by the rim. Cabell Midland has a very balanced basketball team, all underclassmen.
It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Now a foul out front on Beckley. They're going to get this one on McMillan. As I mentioned there, Bob, again, they lost 6 seniors, Cabell Midland did last year, and 4 of their 5 starters, and still able to post this undefeated record.
Oh, yeah. I bet you there were some good practices. I bet these kids were hanging right with those starters. Look at that. Look at that.
Schmidt, what a tough rebound in traffic as he puts it in a 6-0 run now for Cabell Midland.
Yeah. A mature sophomore, not scary. You can tell he's played big-time basketball. Again, mom's a coach, dad a former college player, big guy. You know, this kid's got some good genes, and you know, they may go 6'4", 6'5" each before it's all said and done.
Also the mental toughness after falling behind by 10 here in a hostile environment to rebound like this out of the timeout. Tough drive there by Jones, can't finish. Loose underneath, Gillen puts it back up and he finishes. Boy, he's had a big first half.
And that's what he gives you. You know, we have a bad possession, Big Ben can change it to a good possession with an offensive rebound.
It has been a quick-moving first half here from the Armory. We're down to 45 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Dominic Schmidt.
That's a good play.
Into the corner, 3, no good off the back iron, but there's Seifert on the boards again. Back out. Could this be it for Dominic? Yes, it is.
It wasn't an easy one. I mean, deep, the ninth grader knocks the bottom out of the net. He saw it go in now. They're lucky for Beckley. It's going to break, and he'll have a 10-minute intermission.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the shooters now, once they see it go in, not a good reach there by Riggio.
And only the first bucket of the game for him, too. They go down to Gillum with 10 seconds. So good find to Law. Tough reverse, not there. But Gillum, fouled on that reverse.
Easy call for the official. Gillum drew the foul. So Beckley getting that ball into the high post and then flooding both low post blocks right there, flooding it and hitting with the pass, and then Big Ben cleaning up the mess.
They're going to get that on Seifert. That's 2 on him. Gillum at the free throw line, 8 points this half. That one rims out on him. But again, the fouls for Cabell Midland. You got 2 against Riggio, 2 against Sweeney, 2 against Seifert here in the first half alone. Now a chance to extend this to a 2-possession lead. Gillum does so, 29-25. And
yeah, good job by the officials there. Beckley wanting to get a sub in to
Smart.
stop Gillum from getting a foul, but also stopping Cabell Midland from getting the ball out quick. Get your defense set. 6 seconds. You don't want to give up an easy one.
Seifert drives in, gets all the way to the 10, can't finish, tips it back up, and what a play by Seifert at the horn.
Oh, now that'll upset the Beckley coaching staff. Seifert pushed it up the court, got his stick back. Look at that. Avoided the charge, missed it, and the quickest guy leaping to the ball, KK Seifert, makes it a 2-point contest.
I'll tell you what, Dale Barksdale, the longtime Beckley coach, the last one off the bench, you know he had flashbacks right there to wanting to get in that locker room right now and talk to his club. But it is a 2-point lead for Beckley here at the half. A big response by Cabell Midland after trailing by 10 in the second quarter. But we've got a 2-point game here from the Armory between undefeated number 1 Cabell Midland and 7-4 number 9 Beckley. So stay with us. Bob and I will step aside for a break and be back after this to talk about the first half as you are listening to and watching Cabell Midland versus Woodrow Wilson right here live on Video Productions.
First set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam.
Because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or you're looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam.
Because around here,
You matter.
Call 346-5990.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
29-27, Beckley leads Cabell Midland here as we get ready to start quarter number 3. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you with Cam Strobel on camera, along with Robbie Mounts, our engineer. And here in the first half, it was a tale of really 2 second quarters there, Bob. Again, Beckley leaked out to that 10-point lead, but then an 11-3 run to close the first half by Cabell Midland, helping to close this down to 2.
A great run there at the end of the half by Cabell Midland. We got a good game going with 2 heavyweights and a great second half to come.
And you look at the first half, Richard Law and Bing Gillum with 9 points each. Then you had Ince with 4, McMillan and Jones with 3, and Richardson with 1. For Cabell Midland, they were led by Seibert with 8, including that last second tip in. Chandler Schmidt with 7, Markham with 4, Riggio with 4, Dominic Schmidt with 3, and Corey Sweeney with 1 as we get a foul to start quarter number 3. And much like the first half, a quick foul by Cabell Midland.
Yeah, Cabell Midland. Cabell Midland was in I thought they were in man. Maybe they went zone now. And they didn't have anybody up here to switch the pick. Well, they're in a zone. They're in a 2-3, so Richardson switched it. Came in, nice play by Dwayne Richardson. Good kiss off the backboard.
Yeah, there was a good job absorbing the contact from Markham, able to still put that in as that foul was on Riggio. That is number 3 now against him. His 4-point lead tried to go with the lob, but tipped away and stolen by Gilliam off the tip by Law. Gilliam takes it all the way in himself, and he'll lay it in as he continues his strong game. He's into double figures now.
Gilliam showing some speed with that dribble, coast to coast for the lay-in.
First 4 points of the second half to Beckley as Chandler Schmidt drives in, kicks it into the corner. All alone is Riggio, misses on the corner 3 though, and rebounded by Gillum. As Schmidt gets up a little bit hobbled after the play as he took a hard fall. And that's going to get a substitution in as it'll bring Sweeney back in as Riggio has had a hard time staying on the floor tonight.
Yeah, and I think they're going to make Schmidt come out as Gillum, speed dribble. When referee saw Schmidt down for a minute and he stopped play. And anytime the official stops play for an injured player, you have to take that player out. Schmidt didn't even go to the bench.
Yeah, he goes right back to the scorer's table ready to check in. Again, Cabell Midland coming in at 11-0. Trying to keep their undefeated season alive as they just got to number 1 this past week. Survived Huntington on Tuesday night, 49-47. Took Dominic Schmidt a last-second jumper to win the game with 0.4 of a second left. Beckley winners of 6 of their last 7, trying to keep their momentum going, including winning their last 5. Law going to take a deep 3. Count it for Richard Law.
Law from downtown.
That was a good 5-6 feet behind the 3-point arc, and Beckley has opened up the second half on a 7-0 run as the Knights now going to have to regroup once again after cutting the lead to 2 as Sweeney drives in and a charge called on Sweeney. That'll give it back over to Beckley as they've come out on fire here in the second half, and that's going to be number 3 on Sweeney now.
Aiden Ince with a terrific position, took a hard charge. As a former coach, you'd love to see that, and no flop at all in that. Took it right in the chest. Great job by Aiden Ince. Beckley up 9 with coming out strong in the second half.
Yeah, and you can see that charge coming too. It's just great job hanging in, and there's a nice job by Dominic Schmidt entering the passing lane as it was knocked out of bounds from behind by McMillan, as it'll stay here with Cabell Midland.
And Kent Wilkinson, the veteran official, right on the call. He made contact with the ball as he was stepped out of bounds with the knock from behind.
Here comes Dominic Schmidt, top of the key, gets a screen, goes back to Seipert. He looks for help, gets it to Chandler Schmidt, drives right baseline, pull-up foot jumper, no good, too long. Rebounded underneath, taken by Richardson. He'll push the pace into the middle.
Oh.
What a look underneath, but Law couldn't hang on to it, and Seipert takes it away. Still looking for their first points of the third quarter. Chandler Schmidt, nice ball movement and fake there as he went up for his 9th point.
Schmidt moving the ball, as you said, on the layup to avoid the block.
Now they try and trap Richardson. He is trapped, and that'll draw a timeout here, as it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep things here. And, you look at Cabell Midland over the years, too, Bob. This has not been a powerhouse in AAA by any stretch. Again, they made the first state tournament for the first time since 2009 last year. But since 2006, Cabell Midland has had only 3 winning seasons and 11 losing seasons in that span. They had 8 straight losing seasons from 2011 to 2018 before going 19-8 last year, and their only state title 2002 with Mark Patton and company. And I remember I was a senior in high school that year, so I remember going to all those games, and now working with Marshall still, I believe on the recruiting trail a lot too, isn't he?
That's hard to believe. That was 2002, but I'll tell you this, those losing seasons are done.
Yes.
Yeah, you got these Schmidt kids, all underclassmen here on the team. You better watch out for a state championship from this team. They got the pieces in place.
Yeah, because again, you look at their starting lineup, as you said, not a senior in that roster, but there's Gillum going strong inside again and drawing the foul. As this Beckley team really trying to exploit a lot of their size on the interior, and they get the foul on Market.
And when you're talking about Beckley, there's only one senior on the floor for them.
Yep.
So there's 9 underclassmen on the floor right now for 2 of your top 10 teams in the state. So that means there's green pastures ahead for both of these teams.
And that's the thing, even with all the underclassmen, it's been very good, very sound, very fundamental basketball so far. This has not been a sloppy game. It's been well executed on both ends. So these 2 teams, you can tell, very, very well coached as Gillum hits both free throws.
This is my first time getting to see Cabell Midland this season, but Beckley is so much better than they were a month ago. It's unbelievable.
Right now, they have the #1 team in Class AAA on the ropes, trailing by 9 as Chandler Schmidt tried to draw the contact, didn't get the call, and rebounded by Richardson. He tries to drive by Sweeney, and that's going to be number 4 on Corey Sweeney, as this short bench, Bob, is about to get even shorter. Riggio's got 3, Sweeney's got 4. Now what do you do if you're Coach J.J. Martin?
J.J. Martin upset there. He really felt that Chandler Schmidt drew contact on the drive, and I thought he has a reason to be upset. I thought Schmidt did draw contact there, didn't get the call, and then a not real smart reach-in foul by Riggio.
That's going to bring in Kyle Frost, the 6'1 sophomore. He saw some minutes there late in the second quarter. Now he could have to go some extended minutes with Riggio and Sweeney both in foul trouble. It's out top, Beckley with a 9-point lead. Ince tries to work it down low, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flying Eagles. So 38-29, Beckley leads it. 4:49 left here in the third quarter. And Beckley has led virtually the entire way in this contest. Quick inbounds pass to Ince out front for Richardson. Boy, you could hear the smack. Good look inside, can't finish, but there's Gillum again on the boards.
That's how Beckley wants to play. And when Ince got in foul trouble the first half is when Cabell Midland made their run. Beckley likes to play big, and it's really paying off for him right now.
And there it goes off the hands of Frost and out of bounds, as this was a 2-point game at halftime. But now it's the largest lead of the game for Beckley. They had a 10-point edge in the second quarter. Now it's back up to 11. They have outscored Cabell Midland 11-2 out of intermission. Seipert gets a hand on it, but right to Gillum. Gillum, who's got 15 points in this game, gets it out top as Richardson will wait to reset. Back over toward Law, double team. They get it to Gillum. Good ball movement again by the Flying Eagles. Oh, good stutter step, but he looked like it slipped out of his hands on the way up. Now here comes McMillan driving in. Tough shot, tipped up by Gillum. Tipped again by Gillum. Grabbed by Gillum. Tries to find help. Gets it out to Law. Big 3 here. No good. Off the side of the rim.
4 chances. That's how Beckley wants to play. 5. So what? Hey, over the back. The coaching staff won't care about that one bit.
Right. I said that was good hustle there by Gillum, and on the glass were the Flying Eagles.
Beckley got 5 shots. Macmillan, good call by the official over the back. Beckley playing their style of ball. They like to play big boy basketball.
It's an 11-point lead. Now can Dominic Schmidt get hot? There's his second three.
He saw it go in before the half, and that's how Cabell Midland needs to get back in this game. The Schmidt brothers need to get some open looks at threes, and you can tell right now that Dominic Schmidt can light it up.
Get it over to Ince. Back up top. Back over to Ince. He's left alone. 3 from the left wing. Too strong. Rebound deep into the corner, and Dominic Schmidt chases it down.
So they better find him. His last 2 have hit the bottom. He wants a ball pick. Beckley's got to be there to switch it. Good help.
They're trying desperately to get him free. Tough 3 off the side of the rim, but there's Markham, goes back up. Slipped out of his hands, no good. Fighting for the loose ball, and Seipert gets another offensive board. He'll kick it back out top to Frost. Over to Chandler Schmidt. 40-32. Beckley leads it with 2:50 to go in the third. Chandler Schmidt no good. Gets his own rebound back. Drives in. Can't finish, and rebounded by Ince. And then there's the frustration foul after the fact, as Markham and Chandler Schmidt tried to double team underneath, but they raked across the forearm and created the foul. It looks like they're going to get Chandler Schmidt on that foul. That'll be his second. Team foul number 5. So once again, Cabell Midland in big foul trouble early in the third quarter, much as they did at the end of the first quarter.
Almost picked up another one right there.
Richardson rejected underneath by Markham, but getting it back, and Beckley's done so good on that. Anytime Cabell Midland's had their hands on the ball here tonight, they've managed to be able to get the loose ball, and now another 30-second timeout called by Coach Ron Kidd.
Well, he was saving a turnover there. Beckley was caught in the double team, and in a game with 2:27 to go in the third, you'll waste one of those timeouts to eliminate a turnover.
And again, with his 30-second timeout, Beckley has been able to grab control of this game back, leading it now 40-32 with 2:27 to go. And Cabell Midland's just had a tough shooting night from the outside. Normally a team that hits a ton of three-pointers. They've only knocked down 3 here tonight, as they've just really had their difficulties trying to get going in this gymnasium. And like you said, a different type of gym than what they've had in the past.
It is, and Beckley really defends the 3 well too. They have a lot of length. They can extend outside the 3. They take a lot of pride in their defense. So I think it's a combination of Beckley's defense plus their first game all year shooting threes without a background.
Beckley with the ball in an 8-point lead. 5 team fouls against Cabell Midland here in the third, 1 against Beckley. As Richardson, being hounded by Chandler Schmidt, gets it over to Law. Law top of the key. It's McMillan over to Richardson, looking down low. Instead gives it off to Ince. He finds a crease over to Gillum. He'll step back, takes the baseline jumper, no good. But there's another offensive rebound for Beckley. McMillan looks out, finds Ince. They'll try and spread it out here. Schmidt went for the steal, but over to Richardson.
Well, those extra possessions, that's where Beckley's winning the game right now.
I agree.
Yeah, if they score here, that's a bucket after an offensive rebound.
Yeah, I mean, Beckley's just been tremendous on the offensive boards here tonight against Cabell Midland.
And I bet very few teams, if any, have out-rebounded Cabell Midland this season.
I'm going to say, because Cabell Midland's got good length and good size, but thus far here tonight, Beckley's just got all those 50-50 balls. And they've worked off nearly 45 seconds off this clock here with their ball movement. Now Ince finds a crease, pull-up jumper right side, and what a possession for the Flying Eagles as Ince with his 6th point.
Yeah, Ince with a nice pull-up off the bounce. Beckley by 10.
1:15 to go in the third quarter. Dominic Schmidt gets it over to Frost. 3 on the way, and that's big off the bench for Kyle Frost.
Frost knocks the frost off with a basket for Cabell Midland.
I'm going to say they needed to get some of that off there this quarter, but now he picks up a blocking foul in the backcourt, and that's going to be team foul number 6.
Yeah, they don't need to waste those fouls. Just get in position. Still plenty of time. 7-point game. You don't want to put Beckley in that bonus. I know they're frustrated. Cabell Midland's frustrated, but they just hit a 3 to knock it down. They need to play defense with their feet and just let the game keep flowing.
And I think a lot of frustration, too, because Beckley's possessed the ball so well here tonight, haven't turned it over very much, where they're probably used to getting more turnovers, and eventually that frustration builds as you continue to fall down and you start gambling more and more. And now Law takes it left baseline. Good ball fake. Got Schmidt in the air, and Law knocks it down for his 14th point.
Nice fundamental move. shot fake, put the ball over his head, regrouped. Nice job. Uh-oh, leave him alone.
Ooh, in and out and in again.
Yeah, you can tell he's a shooter. Knocks it down to 6. Beckley will go for the last shot of the half here. And that's what can happen when you're going for that last shot. You know, you don't know to be aggressive or pull it back out. Beckley with a turnover. Cabell Midland with one more shot. And I'll tell you what, they better get Dominic Schmidt. If he comes off a ball pick, the pick guy's got to be ready to show.
Cabell Midland has dominated the end of these quarters here today, Bob. They've closed the gap each time. Can they get it back to 4-3? Schmidt goes for 3, but it was blocked with 3 seconds left. Gillum fouled. Oh, bad foul, 90 feet from the basket.
And it's going to give Beckley 2 free throws or a bonus situation where they had no chance to get a shot off. 1.6, really bad mistake by Sean Markham.
That is 3 fouls on him now, and as you said, Bob, a 1-on-1 opportunity to close this quarter out, and 7 fouls in all this quarter against Cabell Midland to go to 1 against Beckley.
Yeah, and I mean that's how the fouls have been. Ben Gillum.
4 or 5 from the line tonight.
KK Seibert saying when he boxed Gillum out, he pushed him. See if the referee looks at that, but they won't be in the bonus. Yeah, Beckley gained 1 point on it.
So the third quarter comes to a close, but the third quarter belongs to the Flying Eagles as they lead Cabell Midland 45-38, trying to give them their first loss of the season. We'll be back after this as you are watching Cabell Midland and Beckley basketball with us right here live on Video Productions.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
The number 1 team in Class AAA is under duress right now here in the Armory as they trail the Beckley Flying Eagles 45-38 with 8 minutes to play. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, and Cam Strobel on camera. Can Cabell Midland mount a rally and keep their undefeated streak alive? Chandler Schmidt gets things started on a drive and he's fouled, and they'll call this on the shot. So it'll be 2 shots here for Cabell Midland.
Chandler Schmidt driving strong to the basket.
And we'll take a look at it here on our Marshall Orthopedic instant replay after this free throw by Schmidt. As he tries to close the gap, he's got 9 points tonight, make it 10. Again, here's our Marshall Orthopedic instant replay. Again, strong drive.
Schmidt got the angle on the defender, able to elevate and draw the contact.
That's 11 points. So again, it feels like Beckley has dominated this game for so long.
And it's a
5-point game.
Hey, I didn't mean to steal your line there, Chris, but it does.
No, we were thinking the same thing.
Oh, it does. And then when you got somebody that can fill it up like Dominic Schmidt, 5 points that can be a blink of an eye. So Beckley has to keep being aggressive with the ball as we had a foul on the dribble.
Yeah, Chandler Schmidt.
And Richardson. And what's he had, 2 tonight, 3. So he hasn't shot many going to the foul line and off the mark. And Cabell Midland gets the ball with a chance to make it a 1-possession contest.
45-40. Beckley led by as much as 11 in the third quarter, led by 10 in the second quarter. But each time Cabell Midland came back, and now a foul on the inside. Don't know if they'll call this on the floor or on the shot for Schmidt.
Well, Dominic Schmidt puts so much pressure on the defense because he has range. And when you have range like that, you can pull the defender out. Now, they called that foul on the floor, so he will not get those 2 free throws.
They get it on Ince, and that's his 3rd foul. Riggio, dangerous pass, but Dominic Schmidt able to go up and grab it.
Yeah, Schmidt needs to set a better pick there, so his man has to help, and that'll free him up on the pick-the-picker out-of-bounds play.
Now Chandler Schmidt on the right wing. Nice crossover, gets inside, and he finishes.
Big-time move, crossover, back, finish strong, a 1-possession game, Beckley by 3.
45-42, opening minute of the 4th quarter. Beckley trying to keep their 5-game winning streak alive. Cabell Midland trying to remain at number 1 and keep their undefeated season alive. Law on the left wing gets it back up top for Richardson. Beckley will run some clock here. As we said, they've maintained possession very well here tonight. Only a couple of turnovers as Gillum, who's had the big evening, gets it over to Richardson. Now up top for Law, trying to get some room on the screen. Now takes it over right side. Tough fadeaway jumper. Almost banked it in, but there's Gillum again on the offensive boards. Out to Law, almost tied up, but Law gets it back.
That's where Beckley is winning the game. Extra possession again. Another extra possession. Beckley just being relentless on the boards.
Oh, there's a steal. Now up ahead, Riggio over to Schmidt. 3-on-1. They'll go for the tie. Count it!
What a smart play by the older brother, Chandler Schmidt. Could have had a layup, found his brother, ball game tied.
Ince with a strong drive, but he's rejected by Seibert from behind. And now it's Cabell Midland with all the momentum and the confidence right here on the Marshall Orthopedic replay.
Oh, a great find. Older brother to the younger brother, tie game. Beckley with a good out-of-bounds play. Easy one for Aiden Ince, doesn't go down.
Chandler Schmidt for the lead.
Time for a timeout.
And wrong kid gets one as Cabell Midland has stormed out of the gates here in the 4th quarter. A full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. You're watching Cabell Midland and Beckley basketball with us right here on Video Productions.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
A 10-0 run for the Cabell Midland Knights to start this 4th quarter, and they have taken the lead back for the first time since the opening period. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you, and now Cabell Midland. Let's see how they respond out of the timeout. Can Beckley now come back as Cabell Midland's done all night? Law up ahead. Again, 18 fouls against Cabell Midland as Law gets inside, rushes in on the left side, rejected underneath. Taken away, up ahead, Chandler Schmidt gets behind everyone, waits on Richardson to fly by and lays it in.
Chandler Schmidt, good head fake, showing a lot of patience on the offensive end. There's a reason why they're the #1 team in the state.
He's got 18 points now and 9 this quarter already. They kick it out. This is a big three, no good for McMillan. Rebounded underneath by Markham, but had it ripped away by Ince. His putback no good, and rebounded by Seibert.
Bends down. Numbers.
Pass off the backboard, but Seibert saves it. Takes it in right side. Oh, and he's hammered on the way in that time. Good take by Seibert, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
KK Seibert, a lot of energy. Great drive to the basket.
We check it out here on our Marshall Orthopedic Instant Replay. The transition 3 for Chandler Schmidt that gave the Knights the lead. Again, the confidence of these brothers to take those shots in this situation.
Yeah, and then the little head fake, the flyby, and the kiss off the glass. And We call that at 45-40 how quick it could turn when you have a team that can fill up the three. That three ball just changes everything.
And now they have gone on a 13-0 run here in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. And Cypher makes it a 14-0 run. Beckley has yet to score here in the fourth quarter. They desperately need to stop the bleeding right here. And full court pressure still being applied. Richardson up ahead, they get it to Law. Law gets a good look from the wing, no good. Rebound tipped around, and there's Seipert again on the boards.
Well, Beckley just needed that three by Richard Law. Not able to go down. He had a good look at it. Now, Cabell Midland doesn't want to start playing slow. They got back in the game. Great pass.
Inside Markham, but can't finish. Rebound deflected off of Ence's face, but he's able to get it back. Up ahead, Law, good catch in traffic, drives in. Can't finish, but there's Gillum then, the drought.
Oh, that's how Beckley scored, off the second shots, off the hustle baskets. 5-point game.
Now Gillum with 18 points here tonight to lead Beckley.
They're slowing it down. 5-point game with all the momentum. Yeah, they're going forward to score. They're not going forward to slow down.
Oh, Schmidt can't finish this time, and there's Gillum on the boards. Now could it be Beckley's time to respond? Here comes McMillan.
Great pass.
And underneath, Ince able to finish.
Maddox McMillan sees Aiden Ince underneath. Great pass, one possession game. Again, Cabell Midland is, they need to just keep playing their game. 3:43 is a long time to start isolation and worrying about clock in a 3-point game. Just play. Yeah, that's what happens.
Seipert lost it off his foot and out of bounds. Good defense by Ince. And I'm like you, Bob. It feels like they kind of went ISO too early right here, relying on their one-on-one ability, and it's gotten them into trouble the last couple possessions.
Yeah, and they'll start playing that one possession game. They'll start playing Beckley with a substitution, maybe offense for defense there, putting KJ Jones in the game for ball handling purposes.
They'll get it over to Law. Can Beckley cut it to one or tie on this trip? Jones on the right wing. Waiting. Now takes it to Seipert. Pulls up, kicks it back out to Law. Law hit a three from about that distance earlier, so Chandler Schmidt having to stay out on him. Now Dominic Schmidt all over Richardson, tries to poke it away, but a foul from behind.
Now Richardson is 1 for 3 from the line this evening?
Yes.
So, not a horrible foul. Not a smart one. How many does that put him on? Just 2? Not a horrible foul.
Yeah, and this is still the last 1-and-1 here as we get a look here on our Marshall Orthopedic instant replay.
Reach around, just trying to gamble, reach around. Right there's a foul as Dwayne Richardson knocks the first one down. 2 for 4 on the evening. Needs to get this one.
Richardson now with 4 points in the contest has closed the lead back to 2. As Beckley has scored the last 5 after a 14-0 run to start the quarter. Now it's down to 1.
Big free throws by the sophomore Richardson.
Under 3 minutes to go. Jones almost with a steal. Dominic Schmidt up against the 10-second call, but gets across the timeline in the left corner. Dribbles out, kicks it out to Riggio. Riggio back up the top of the key, finds Chandler Schmidt, and they'll reset. Now Schmidt takes it left side, and a foul called on Law. That's going to be team foul number 5.
Yeah, still Beckley has one more foul to give before Cabell Midland's in the bonus.
Schmidt will inbound from in front of his own bench and taken away by Law. Beckley now can retake the lead with 2:35 to play. Richardson steps inside the free throw line. Shot rejected by Seipert and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flying Eagles.
I remember the last out-of-bounds play Beckley had. Ince got a little 12-footer. He's not, see if they run something for Richard Law here, or Ben Gillum going to the opposite block. Richard Law there's Richard Law wide open. But there's Beckley again, controlling the boards.
McMillan lost it, and Schmidt grabs it, and a timeout. Good timeout by J.J. Martin.
Great timeout. Coach Martin into the game. I don't know if he has any 30s left.
That's a full timeout, so we'll take it as well with 2:24 left as you're watching Beckley and Cabell Midland here on Video Productions.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
It's a 1-point Cabell Midland lead as their undefeated season hangs in the balance with 2:24 remaining. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you as the Knights with the ball, storming back from 11 down in the third quarter to now hold the lead, but Beckley's come back from 7 down to cut it to 1.
Yeah, Beckley can play very aggressively here because they have a foul to give.
And 5 team fouls against Beckley, 9 against Cabell Midland, so Beckley will be in the double bonus on the next foul. Almost stolen, but Markham retrieves it. 2 minutes to play.
I don't think Cabell Midland can hold it for 1:50. They got to look to score. There was a illegal pick, right on the money. It's just, I think it's too much time to go into the stall. And then, yeah, Coach Martin not arguing with the ref, asking why did you do that? You know, they got to just spread the floor and turn those two brothers loose and let them go. Beckley can take the lead here.
Richardson gets in, kicks it out. Jones for the lead. No good. Rebound tipped up again. Jones gets it back, or Richardson does rather. Back out to Jones. All alone is McMillan. He fall fakes, drives baseline. Can't finish. Markham there.
How many shots are they going to get? Look.
Gillum again. Gillum again. This time fouled with 1:29 to go.
Hey, I'll tell you what, when you get 5 shots at the lead, that just shows heart. I mean, they were hard shots, contested shots. Cabell Midland doing a good job of blocking them, but when you get 5, as we see the Marshall Orthopedics replay again, look at Beckley, just battling. Woo! Well, as a coach, you love to see that hard work on the boards.
And that is a big call too, Bob, because Sean Markham, the 6'8 junior, has fouled out of this contest for the Knights. And you've also got Riggio with 3 fouls. You've got Chandler Schmidt with 3. You've got Corey Sweeney with 4. So Cabell Midland in foul trouble across the board as Gillum misses on the first. Still a free throw to tie.
Yeah, Cabell Midland, 1:29, just so long to hold it, and you're not going to the free throw line anyway. I'd give that Dominic Schmidt the ball, spread the floor, let him create.
Lane violation on Seibert. He fell over and his hands touched the ground as Gillum kind of threw him off by waiting a little extra second.
Well, now I'll tell you what, this third one, awful hard after you miss 2 and there's a violation. Hit that third one, Cabell Midland better block out.
So now another chance for Gillum, and he misses all 3. Rebound again, though, by Beckley.
I'll tell you what, if Beckley wins this game, it's going to be all about the second shot, and with great hustle by Cabell Midland on the turnover.
Dominic Schmidt with a big steal with 1:15 to go, and J.J. Martin wants a full timeout. We'll take it with them with 1:15 left as you are watching Cabell Midland and Woodrow Wilson basketball right here on Video Productions.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Cabell Midland clinging to an undefeated season into a 1-point lead. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you. And Bob, these situations ever make you want to coach again?
Oh, gosh. Well, Beckley got a steal. I'll answer that for you in a minute, Chris. Wow, Beckley with the steal on the Alabama's play and a timeout for Ron Kidd for Beckley.
Let's see, do we want to take a break or do we want to keep things here? We'll keep things here with minute 8 to go. But yeah, Bob, I asked you, does this make you want to coach again in these situations? Do you miss this pressure, or are you glad you're over here with me in these spots?
Well, I do miss the pressure. I'm not saying it makes me want to coach, but I'll tell you one thing. If I ever did coach high school again, the first thing I would do would be hire Christina Schmidt, and hopefully those two boys will move in there, and then I'd hire Brian Chapman and get those two ninth graders and do some. You're not allowed to recruit in high school, but you can hire who you want as your assistant. So that's what I would do right there.
Recruiting, that never happens in high school.
Yeah, but you can hire coaches.
Yes, exactly.
And she knows the game.
Yes.
And Brian Chapman has the ninth graders at Shady. He knows the game. So you'd make everybody mad, hire those two, get their kids to move, and you'd have enemies, and it'd be fun again.
As long as the banners go up.
That's it.
And you know what? J.J. Martin, give him a lot of credit for hiring her in that spot. Just such a wise hire, knowing her basketball knowledge and background.
And he's done a great job. Saved turnovers with timeouts. All right, Beckley has the ball, 1:08. You'll probably look for something for Richard Law or Ben Gillum inside, and then Beckley's going to crash the boards relentlessly.
They've done it all evening long. Could it be what helps get them this upset over number 1 undefeated Cabell Midland? We're 65 seconds away from finding out. Back door, but intercepted by Seifert, and he's fouled by Gillum. That's still only team foul number 6.
Okay, now that changes the way Beckley can play defense, because you definitely don't want to put one of the Schmidt brothers on the line. The next foul, they're in the bonus. So getting that foul up to 6 changes everything.
Now they'll inbound in the backcourt. We hit 1 minute to play. Can Cabell Midland pull off their second heart-wrenching win of the week? And last-second shot did it.
I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you're fine.
That's what I was telling you. That changes everything, because now Beckley fouled a great free throw shooter.
Yes.
That's why that's keeping them below that bonus for as long as possible was big time.
That's number 3 now on Jones, and it's a big 1-and-1 here. But again, this is a Cabell Midland team that won at the buzzer on Tuesday night on Dominic Schmidt's jumper to knock off Huntington 49-47 in a hostile environment at Huntington. Now can they do it in a hostile environment here at the Armory with 54 seconds left? The freshman's free throw is good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Beckley had the luxury of being able to be aggressive on defense and not worry about. They don't have that luxury anymore.
So he's got 13 points for the game, 4 3-pointers, and that free throw, but misses on the second. A 2-point lead for Cabell Midland with 50 seconds to go.
Big miss there. Means Beckley can tie it with a 2. They don't have to go to the 3-point shot, but they'll take it if it's there.
Ince on the right wing, under 40 to go, almost a foul. Now baseline's open for McMillan. He's fouled with 35.3 to go.
Yeah, very close to a traveling violation on Beckley when Cabell Midland jump switched that pick. There's Maddox McMillan at the line with 2. Nice strong move to the basket. So many games come down to free throw shooting.
And the first free throw of the night for him falls as we get a look at it here in our Marshall Orthopedic instant replay. And you can see right there off of that little slip, it caused a couple of Cabell Midland defenders to converge, and it left McMillan wide open for that drive. The tie gets it to roll home. We're all even at 53 as Jones will check back in for Ince. And now, if you're Cabell Midland, do you try and hold for the final shot, or can they in this situation?
Well, Beckley's going to go back to their half-court man. They don't want to take a chance on the foul like they had last time. Depending on what Beckley's pressure defense looks like, if Cabell Midland could hold it for the last shot, That would be a good move, but it's awful hard to hold that ball when the pressure defense with that 5-second count that's in high school basketball.
Chandler Jones will take it, gives it off to Seibert, back out to Schmidt.
Now they definitely should hold it down to 18. They should definitely hold it, try to take that last shot around 4 seconds. There's the pick.
Down to 10 seconds. They're going to take this down. Almost lost it. Schmidt, step back jumper. No good. Rebounded by Richardson. He calls for time with 3.5 seconds to go. Not a bad look there for Chandler Schmidt, but just a little short. And now Beckley will have to go full length of the court with 3.5 to go. And they will get a shot to upset Cabell Midland.
I'll tell you what's so difficult about that shot by Chandler Schmidt. When you had the ball in your hand for 25 seconds, that wears you out.
Yes.
And it would have been great for him to try to draw the help and kick to somebody, but they didn't draw the help. He had to take it, and that's just hard to dribble that long and then take the shot. Beckley, they've added 0.6 of a second, so there's 4.1 for Beckley. Now they cannot run the baseline. So I'm sure Coach Kidd's telling him that you cannot run the baseline. They're taking it out on the right-hand side of the board. Well, the left-hand facing their goal. I would look for Beckley. Do they have any more timeouts remaining?
That's interesting. I don't know if he's got one more left or not. Okay, they said that's it for Beckley.
If they had one, they would try to throw it to half court and call a timeout.
Yeah.
They don't. If you throw it in, your rule of thumb, you got a dribble per second. So Beckley has 4 dribbles before they have to release that ball.
And Cabell Midland's got to be careful not to foul here as well.
They do. So, look for Beckley to try to get that ball. And it'll be great to get it in Richard Law's hands on the move. Beckley got 2 at half court. Cabell Midland doubling up early. There's the baseball pass. Oh, my goodness.
Intercepted. Seibert for the win. Rejected. And we are going to overtime here in Beckley.
Great hustle by Ben Gillum. Really risky play to block that shot, but he did get it clean. Overtime.
So free basketball coming up, folks. We'll be back after this as you're watching Cabell Midland and Beckley right here on Video Productions.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
Number 1 against number 9 going to overtime here at the Armory. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you as a frantic finish to regulation, and now 4 minutes to see if Beckley, it looked like it slipped out of the official's hands, but can Beckley keep their 5-game winning streak alive, and can Cabell Midland keep their undefeated season alive?
And Cabell Midland controls it. Now there's 4 minutes. That's a half a quarter. It's time for both teams to play normal basketball. Get out of that. There they go. Cabell Midland's going into a set right from the start.
Now Schmidt will drive in. Tough pull-up jumper. Rolls off. No good. Rebound loose. Knocked out of bounds. Over to Beckley. And it felt like that's where Cabell Midland got themselves into trouble at the end of regulation, Bob. They got a 7-point lead. They started to pull it out, and then they just lost all their momentum after that.
It was 52-45. They scored 1 point from that point on. And Beckley the same way here. They got to play normal basketballs. Maddox McMillan takes it to the basket. On the break, you got to watch out for that 3 ball. There his brother is at the top.
Oh, he got a look and buries it. Dominic Schmidt.
The second best time to shoot a 3 is in transition. The first best is after an offensive rebound.
And he's got 5 of them here tonight now. 56-53. Cabell Midland with 3:10 to go.
And that's 2 times in transition that the older brothers found the younger brother for a tray ball.
front. Law goes to work, gets into the middle, rejected by Dominic Schmidt. Loose underneath, it'll stay with the Flying Eagles.
Okay, the last two out of bounds for Beckley. They got an easy shot for Ince and an easy shot for Richard Law. There's a 3 ball. That boy can shoot it.
Now McMillan gets it
Cabell
in.
Midland got a steal.
Seifert again.
Yeah, Seifert's quick to the loose balls. All right, Cabell Midland, 250, an eternity. Keep playing. They got an older brother with the ball. Looks like he's going to come out. I would keep attacking. 244 is a long time.
And now Chandler Schmidt goes to work. Gets it over to Sweeney. Good look. Over the rim. Barely grazed it. And taken by Ince. So a missed opportunity for Cabell Midland. A chance here for Beckley. Richardson caught in midair and stripped by Riggio. He shovels it over to Gillum, and he'll lay it in.
Great pass by Richardson after being attacked. Down on the floor. Gets the assist from the ground. Before anybody shoots this one, I would think Dominic Schmidt would get an opportunity.
They're going to try and free him up, but Beckley switching on to him, but now he'll drive in left side. What a take by Dominic Schmidt.
Freshman.
Unreal.
Freshman with that kind of moxie. Boy, he's just got it. Good player.
And he was held scoreless until literally like the last 30 seconds of the first half.
Yeah, and then he saw it go in, and he's only missed one since, or one tray ball since. When a shooter sees that ball go in, but that's all the brother Schmidt, great hustle play.
What a save. He takes it in, left-hand layup, and he gets it to roll in.
Schmidt brothers are dominating overtime. 5-point lead. Looking for Richard Law here.
Tough take over his head. Gillum, though, fouled on the putback.
But that's how Beckley scored. Offensive rebounds. I mean, they're relentless on the boards. If Cabell Midland gets it, here it is on the replay. Look at Schmidt. Hanging, little half Euro step with the left-handed finish. Timeout, Cabell Midland up 5.
So we'll take it as well here with 1:29 to go. And Cabell Midland hanging on to their undefeated season right here live on Video Productions.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Big free throws coming up for Ben Gillum as Beckley trails Cabell Midland 60-55 here in overtime. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you, and Gillum sinks the first.
Well, big free throw here because he can make it a one-possession game.
And he's got 21 points on the evening. He's had an unreal evening here tonight from the Armory, but misses on the second and rebounded by Seifert, who committed the foul a moment ago. So now Cabell Midland, now may be the time where you want to start spreading things out here with 1:20 to go. Sweeney dribbles into danger territory and gets it back over to Chandler Schmidt. He had to be stretched out during the timeout. He was cramping up. And now he'll be fouled and go to the line with 1:13 left.
Yeah, he's not. I wouldn't choose either one of those Schmidts to foul. They had a chance to foul Sweeney with the ball earlier. Was that Riggio? Riggio. And obviously we don't have the stats here on who's the better free throw shooter, but you know.
That looked good.
Yeah. Well, the way those two boys shoot the tray ball, you know, it would be very odd if they weren't tremendous free throw shooters.
He's got 21 for the game now. Scored 9 in the fourth quarter alone. Second one rims out, rebounded by Gillum. Now Beckley needs it, but it's stolen by Riggio.
Riggio, the football player, using his defensive ability. Great steal. Still a 5-point contest, and he has to make them both to get it up to a 3-possession game. So Beckley's still in the game.
That's the third foul on Gillum as some of the fans start to head to the exits here with 1:06 to go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the way this game's gone. And 1-1, and Riggio
good job
hits it.
by Riggio, stepping up to the free throw line. There's our replay. Riggio with the quick hands and the steal, and then the smarts to pull that ball back out. Both these teams very well coached. It's been a great game.
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Gillum.
All right, still a 2-possession game. A minute is a long time. Oh, I know. You know, Cabell Midland just kind of let him drive in there that time, fouled to the last second. You got to keep playing defense.
Yeah.
6 points in a minute's nothing.
Yeah, Cabell Midland didn't like that call. Again, looked like Schmidt might have reached in there at the last second, as you see on our instant replay. And that's number 4 on Chandler Schmidt now.
Yeah, but if you play defense with your feet and you stay in front of them and you keep playing team defense, make them take a hard contested jump shot. 5-point game. KJ Jones at the line.
He sinks 2 big free throws, 62-58 with 60 seconds to play. They get it into Schmidt. Tough pass up ahead. Finds Riggio 2-on-1. Up head to Sweeney. And Sweeney fouled underneath by Gillum. That's 4 on him now. But probably a good foul there against Sweeney. Not saying he's a bad free throw shooter, but it's a better option than the Schmidt brothers.
Beckley's got to smack. They got to smack the arms, grabbing around the waist. And an official could easily say that's intentional 2 shots at the ball. So you always want to smack that right hand hard. Smack that shooting arm hard.
Oh, yeah. Let them feel it where they go to the line. Yeah. Sweeney's free throw, and he sinks it.
Nice stroke by Sweeney. Again, 5 points. Still a 2-possession game, whether this one's in or out. Cabell Midland needs to get back and play defense. Beckley needs to push it. Cabell Midland cannot hit that second free throw.
Yeah, that's the third one they've missed here in overtime. So 50 seconds left. The door's still open for the Flying Eagles. Jones with 45 seconds. Gets it over to Richardson. Stutter steps. Puts up a tough banker. No good. Riggio on a strong rebound with 40.4 to go.
Big time rebound by Riggio. The offensive boards have kept Beckley in the game. They dominated that area the entire game. And for Palmer Riggio to step up and grab that big-time rebound, that's a huge one. Now, doesn't do much good if you don't step to the line and make them.
Exactly.
So he's got his reward. Athlete, pressure doesn't get to him. State runner-up in football.
Big steal as well here in overtime, but misses on that
still
one.
Going to be a 2-possession game. You just can't let him stay around.
He's got 5 points here tonight. Spent much of the evening in foul trouble. As Ince will check back in, and it's going to be for Richardson, it appears, and it will be, as trying to get a shooter on the floor here, trailing by 5. Again, this Cabell Midland team, just what a response here tonight. Beckley leading by 10 in the first half, leading by 11 in the second half, and then they storm back to take the lead, but then Beckley coming back just as hard, down 7 in the fourth. Law, big 3, gets it to go!
And here come the people back down to the X's going back to their seat. I'd never leave a 5-point game like that. I don't know what these people are thinking. They better massive U-turns back into the parking lot.
So it's down to a 3-point game as we take a look at Law's 3 on our Marshall Orthopedic instant replay.
Oh, Richard Law is a shooter. Now it's a 3-point game. Now those free throws for Cabell Midland, if they don't turn it over, become even more difficult. You know what they're drawing up over there. Let's get the ball to Dominic Schmidt or Chandler Schmidt. Now Beckley doesn't have to foul immediately.
Right.
If they can get a great double team in the coffin corner, they can try to force a turnover. And now if the ball crosses half court, Beckley will definitely foul immediately.
Beckley out of timeouts now as well. Again, they have one left, and that was theirs. Cabell Midland still has one timeout left that they can use, but Beckley's going to have to go the rest of the way without being able to stop the clock after a made basket, which is equally as important.
Oh, in high school basketball, huge. I mean, if Beckley would score with 7 seconds and it didn't tie the game's over. You can take your time, get the ball, the clock will run out.
Now it'll be Sweeney to trigger it in with 32.5 seconds left. Cabell Midland, number 1 in the state in AAA, trying to remain that way as Jones tried to avoid fouling Schmidt at first, but then felt he had no choice and commits it with 30.1 seconds.
And that's exactly who Cabell Midland wanted to go to the line. See what the young freshman can do. 3-point game. If he misses it, Beckley can tie the score.
So he was 1 of 2 earlier. And he'll have 2 free throws here to try and give them back a 2-possession lead. And no on the first.
Oh, this was big. Now Cabell Midland should already be thinking on the defensive end. You know, they got to find Richard Law. They got to find Richard Law early. And no help. Oh my goodness, he missed them both. And here comes Beckley with a chance to tie. Looking for Richard Law. They gave up the 2. They gave up the 2.
And Jones takes it easily in for 2, and the lead is down to 1. Now up ahead, Riggio got behind everyone, and the foul is committed on him with 16.7 seconds left. But right now, I tell you what, Bob, free throws could be the huge catalyst in this overtime. 5 misses for Cabell Midland when they could put this away.
Oh, and K.J. Jones did the right thing there. Although it's a 3-point game, he took the 2, so they're down 1 with 16-7. And I'm
And the way they're shooting free throws, I would have taken the 2 there as well.
Yeah, now Beckley's only going to need a 2 on the other end. Cabell Midland needs to play defense, and they don't want to get beat with the tray ball.
He hits the second. It's a 2-point lead.
Here it comes. No timeouts.
15 seconds. Jones over to the right. Stutter steps, gets inside, had it poked away from behind, but it'll stay with Beckley.
Oh, and went right through KK Siebert's hands. Could have still 9.2. Watch out for Richard Law coming off this pick. He's been wide open 3, and it looks like he's going to get open again if they don't switch it. Here comes Law. Switch.
Oh, Gillum had an opening. They got to get it in. They do. Gillum, no good. Gets it back. Puts it up. Rejected by Seifert. 4 seconds left. A tie-up. It'll stay with Beckley with 3.3. What a defensive play by Seifert.
Well, Beckley switched that pick, and Gillum was open. Missed the bunny. Got the rebound. Great block shot by KK Seibert. All right, here we go. Watch out. If they don't switch this pick, look for Richard Law taking the game. Well, here comes Gillum to set Richard Law a pick. Look for Richard Law to try to get the game winner.
Look inside. They force it in. Ends, steps back 2 seconds, tries to get it away. Stolen, and that will do it. The Cabell Midland Knights come back from 11 down late in the 3rd quarter and survive Beckley's comeback attempt, 65-63, and remain number 1 and undefeated in AAA. What a ball game here tonight from the Armory. We'll step aside for a break and come back to recap things right after this as you are watching Cabell Midland and Woodrow Wilson right here on Video Productions.
First set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 and Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
65-63, Cabell Midland holds on to their undefeated season here tonight in overtime. Chris Kidd and Bob Bolin here with you as we run through the final scoring on both sides. For Beckley, they were led by Ben Gillum with 21 points, easily a double-double tonight for him. Richard Law with 17 points, Aiden Ince with 8 points, Jones with 7, then you had Richardson and McMillan each with 5 points. On the other end for Cabell Midland, they were led by Chandler Schmidt with 21 points. Dominic Schmidt finished with 18 points. Seipert with 10 points. Then you had Riggio with 7 points. Markham with 4 points. And Frost with 3 and Sweeney with 2 to round out the scoring. But again, tonight, Bob, you saw the best out of both teams here on both ends of the floor. Again, hard-fought game, great comebacks on both ends. These are 2 teams that very easily could be in Charleston later on this year. They got tough roads to go through in order to get there, but they put on an impressive show here tonight, and neither team had anything to feel badly about. The end, you know, Beckley will lament giving up that 11-point lead, but, you know, Cabell Midland's a fierce club, a big comeback, and Beckley has plenty to be proud about with the way they fought back once they went down 7.
Well, that's true. And you got 2 teams here I think will be in the state tournament. The Schmidt brothers had 39. Gillum and Law had 38. I mean, your big 2 on both teams really battled. Very impressed with Cabell Midland. Yeah. They got good guard play. They got good inside play. And they have a real shot at winning the state championship. As for Beckley, they dominate the boards, and when you can do that, you can win any game. And Beckley, I'm sure, disappointed they didn't get a shot off there at the buzzer, and that's really frustrating to not get one with 4 seconds. But both of these teams are good teams. Just a great game. And those Schmidt brothers, 10th grade, 9th grade. Cabell Midland's going to have trouble getting a schedule next year. Nobody's going to want to play them. But very impressed with both teams. Great night of basketball here.
Absolutely, Bob. And again, Cabell Midland gets back into action on Saturday whenever they go to Charleston Catholic in what should be an interesting contest. And then Beckley will be at Princeton on Saturday. But it's Cabell Midland remaining undefeated on the season as they move to 12-0 after coming back and winning 2 tough road games this week, each by 2 points over Huntington on Tuesday and now tonight in overtime over the Beckley Flying Eagles. Again, we appreciate you joining us here tonight on Video Productions for a tremendous broadcast. Thank you to Cam Strobel on camera, Robbie Mounts, our engineer, and for Bob Bolin, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight here from the Armory in Beckley, West Virginia, as you've been watching Cabell Midland and Woodrow Wilson basketball with us right here on Video Productions.